G'day viewers, this is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel. I've recently purchased off eBay a vintage roll of Kodak Kodacolor film made way back in World War II. This film expired in May 1945. Here's its send away pack, because back then, you know, the colour developer wasn't publicly available, and it was a secret process by Kodak. So you send it away in a packet to your local Kodak company, and they develop it for you. And here's the film roll. Anyway, I've shot this film just last weekend up in Sydney and around here in Wollongong, and I've decided to cross-process it in C41 to see if I can get colour pictures. And here are the results. So yeah, I've processed this in C41, 20 minutes at 18 degrees. And lo and behold, it does yield pictures. The pictures are very faded, of course. Well, at least on after it's defogged, which is to be expected. I'm not sure if there is colour in these pictures though, because I don't notice any distinct colours in it, which is a bit of a drag. But maybe when I scan it in, I will see colour once I colour correct it. But anyway, either ways, I've got blue monochrome-ish looking negatives. But anyway, yeah, this film actually kind of looks like that of an ectochrome, instead of because instead of it being of an orange or a reddish sort of colour, it's of a blue colour. But anyway, yeah, I've developed this 20 minutes at around 18.5 degrees in C41 colour developer. I blixed it for 8 minutes, and I've stabilised it for 1.5 minutes, pretty much similar to that of my later Kodacolor films in ectochrome. But anyway, I'm really pleased that I've at least got pictures, and there is a possibility there that these could yield colour. I just got to, yeah, they look very, very, very monochrome-ish on negative. But then again, I've seen the similar situation with my other negatives that after developing. Anyhow, I won't know until I've scanned them in. Anyway, if I can get this thing to focus, I'll show you the pictures. Now, as seen here, the pictures are actually in the process of defogging. So, the foggy areas, you'll notice the picture a lot better. But in the less foggy areas, it's a bit harder to notice. But anyway, down here, this picture didn't turn out too distinct. That's picture of the lighthouse, but you can't exactly see it. That's a picture of a fire truck. I thought that being having striking red colours would look great in testing the colour film of its colour capability. I sort of picked subjects that were very colourful. That's the whole idea. That's the brewery in Wollongong. The umbrellas, I thought they'd look pretty good in old colour. Or good for testing the colour anyways. I think that's a view of South Beach. The stupid camera ain't focusing. Yeah, I'm really not happy about the way this camera focuses. Anyway, moving forward. Yeah, that's the backside of the Bow Repairs building. I can actually notice a bit of colour in that. So that's makes things a little bit more promising on the in terms of colour. Anyway, yeah, that's by repairs. That's the building is orange and blue, and on camera you can actually see orange and blue. But it kind of looks like a colour positive in that respect, but it's actually in negative form, so I think the colours are probably actually opposite. Well, I'll find out once I invert it. I'll see how it all looks. Yeah, that's the lighthouse up at Darling Harbour Maritime Museum. That's the clipper ship at Maritime Museum. That one came out very, very well in terms of contrast. That's a photograph of my battery's running a bit low. That's a photograph of some Buddhist display. You see some Buddha and some flowers. I thought it was quite colourful, so took a photo of that. And up here is view of Sydney Harbour from Darling Harbour. So view of Sydney City from Darling Harbour. It's a bit hard to make it out because that area is now defogged, but once I put it over the overhead, I can scan it in and get better pictures. But anyway, moving upwards, that's of Darling Harbour and IMAX Theatre in the distance. And of course, yeah, it's a bit hard to see due to the lightness of these negatives after defogging. Up here is that of I think Circular Quay, view of the Sydney City from Circular Quay, from near the Opera House. And up here is which is quite unnoticeable, is some building out at near Newtown, which has some very colourful looking squares on it. So I thought, yeah, that'd make great subject for colour photography on this old film. Anyway, it's nearly defogged, and later on tonight I'm going to scan it and see how I go getting colour pictures. Now, I'm going to turn the light back on. Just a little bit of explanation about the colour process. Now, it's not certain what colour process was actually used for this colour film. I mean, it was Kodak's secret at the time because, yeah, back then there was no colour kit available to amateur photographers to home develop. The first colour kit introduced to home developers, and was also used by Kodak, was introduced around 1955-56, which was the C22 process, which was a predecessor to the C41 process that's available today. So yeah, the C22 and C41, I guess they were similar in effect because I've successfully cross-processed C22 films and C41. But anyway, yeah, the C22 process, you process the films at much lower temperatures and for longer periods of time than you do with the modern C41 process, which is at a much higher temperature, and at a shorter period of time. But anyway, yeah, before the introduction of C22 to the public, Kodak probably used a few, I guess, similar. I'm guessing that the process probably was the whole time C22, but with some variations to it. I'm in touch with a Kodak historian who's really studied up the history of Kodacolor film and Ektachrome and Kodachrome and all that, and according to his notes, if this film was like a 1944 to 49 process, it would have a black and white mask, which I think when you develop this film, you colour develop it, then you re-expose it to light briefly, then you redevelop it in black and white, and of course in between you you stop and harden you put the film, you put the stop liquid in, and then you put the hardener in, and then redo it. It's kind of like something like that. But anyway, yeah, basically, I think it was something like that, which is in similar effect to an Ektachrome. But yeah, but I've decided to just simply process it like I process in the later Kodacolor films, and yeah, I'm happy I at least got some results. At least got pictures, and yeah. But anyhow, there's basically the instructions for developing these early films are not clear. Yeah, the guy that did the research, he basically put up possible steps of processing these early films, and yeah, they were some were similar to the C22 and some were a little bit different. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, this film is cross-processable in C41, as I've shown you. So, but whether or not there is colour, I'll have to find out. Now, yeah, I don't know if there's much more to say. But yeah. Anyway, that's my 1945 expired Kodak Kodacolor film successfully cross-processed in C41, yielding pictures with perhaps maybe colour in them. I won't, as mentioned, for the umpteenth time, I don't know until I've scanned it in. Anyway, time to finish up this film. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully we'll see some World War II era colour once I scan these in. This is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel signing out.